Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Illegal Elbow Radio. I want to thank you big time for joining us. Got a great show for you tonight. Brian, Dan, and Justin, your hosts, will be with you shortly. In the meantime, I want you to check out illegalelbowradio.com, illegalelbow.com. Check out Dan and MMA Aftermath on Facebook. The man J. Brew, a.k.a. Statistician, the Rolodex, Pimp, anything else you want to say. We're pumped up, excited. Glad you could join us. We're going to get it together right now. Alright, people, we are back, man. MMA Aftermath, Illegal Elbow Radio in the house, man. You can check us out both on Facebook, man. There's a ton of stuff going on. We're totally excited to get to 162, but there's a little bit of news we got to throw in front of it, man. But first off, what the hell is going on, MMA Aftermath, man?
Oh, man, getting over that hangover from the birthday parties we went through, man. Both of ours 2 days apart, and I'm shaking it off, and I am ready for the brawl for the belt. You know, these two are going to go after it. UFC 162. I'm looking forward to an edge-of-the-seat brawl for it all, man.
Absolutely, dude. It's hilarious that you bring that up too, dude, because, dude, you put on a badass party, man. There was a little bit of mishap going on there, but, you know, we got the party back on. Everything was fucking cool, man. Everything went down really good. We all had a good time. And if anybody doesn't know what's happening, Mr. MMA Aftermath, Legal Elbow Radio, Dan and myself both hit age 40. So, I don't know if you wanted me to say that or not, Dan, but...
I was hoping you would have said 20, but 40 is good.
Well, I'm just, you know, I'm shooting for the best of, but, you know, I mean, we've reached age 30, so, you know...
Been there, done that.
Yeah. But yeah, there it is, man. We're actually officially at the age where it usually looks like, you know, a fighter's pretty much ready to hang up the gloves. We're not hanging up anything, man. We're going to continue doing this shit, whether it's on Spreaker or whether it's on Blog Talk Radio. You guys can search us on Blog Talk Radio and check out our shows. We got a ton of fans over there, man. So if you guys want to check us out over there, man, do so. Ton of shows on there, like I said, man. But we'll probably have a show on there very soon too, as well. So, but Spreaker's been our new home for a little while now, so. We're hoping to stay here, but if it doesn't work out, well, we might head back to Blog Talk. But, man, for shit's sake, man, everybody on Facebook, man, on YouTube, and wherever else, man, we've gotten all the comments and stuff like that, man. Thanks a lot for sticking around with us.
Hell yeah.
Making comments and sticking with us. Because
supporting us.
Yeah, big time, man. Supporting us big time. But, couple of topics to go over tonight, man. I just want to throw out the topics and we can discuss where to go, you know, to kick it off. But topics for the night, basically realistic matchups for Gegard Mousasi, because Gegard Mousasi, in my opinion, is I'm a huge fan. Dan's a huge fan. We've gotten a lot of talk about Gegard Mousasi in the past year about him being in UFC, and now he's there. So we need to discuss this shit. Even though he's injured. And he's, nursing his shit right now. He will be back, and we need to discuss some future matchups for this guy, big time.
Some fighters, or one fighter at least, seems to me to be ducking him. But you know, it also, like you said, could be considered a smart move considering his age.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, actually, I think we're both right on, man. It's like a ducking move, but at the same time, it is a smart move because. You know, that guy that's ducking is, you know, of age where it's like, it's either my shot or I'm fucking done. That's the way we should look at it, you know what I mean, really. And he's actually probably a little bit smart for, you know.
He almost can't really lose another one right now because, it'll put him down the ladder too far, I would think, for him to even bother, but
yeah,
who knows.
It's a good point, man. It's a very good point. Questionable matchups. Just a couple of them coming up. We're going to run over that, man. Like I said, man, it's only going to take a few minutes, man. So we don't want to take too much time away from UFC 162 is what the card of the night, which we're talking about tonight. So we don't want to take any time away from that. We're going to run over a couple little topics, though, to throw out to you guys. But topic 3, basically, of the night is Glover Teixeira and gun laws in USA. Just to say off the top, it's like, dude, what are you worried about USA before Brazil? Because
it's a big STFU on that one.
Yeah, it's like, yeah. Try a hot glass and shut the fuck up, dude, because Brazil right now is so much worse than UFC and USA and gun laws right now. It's
fucking drug cartels running around the streets.
It's so bad when you talk about Brazil, but that's where he lives. But he claims that, you know, he has a niece and nephew that were involved in the Sandy Hook incident. Okay, well, if they were involved in the Sandy Hook incident, didn't you think you'd mentioned it months ago when Sandy Hook happened? Why all of a sudden now? It doesn't make any fucking sense to me. Whatever, Glover, put your Glover in your fucking mouther.
Yep.
Put your Glover in your mouth,
Obama
dude, and head back to... Put your Glover in your mouth and head back to Brazil, dude. That sounds stupid. It really sounds stupid. It's questionable in my opinion, but I'm sorry, dude. You were saying something.
No, I was saying he can put his Obama fucking vote for Obama pins away, and he can fucking stop mentioning about doing things to amend our Constitution, because you're not going to fucking find any, you know, real Americans that are going to be in your corner. Because right now, I'm looking for, if you fight fucking Ryan Bader, I want him to fucking knock your fucking block off or take you to the ground and choke your ass out right now, because I have lost all respect for you. You don't come over here, not even an American, and telling us what we need to do with our Constitution. You can fuck off and get on the first boat the fuck out of here. That's my view on it.
No, well said, dude. Well said, man. Well said. You know, another funny thing is, man, I'm steering off the card a little bit, steering off the show a little bit, but recently Obama said that, and I don't want to piss off Obama supporters, but I think you guys should know about this because the mainstream media will not tell you about this. But Obama went over to Kenya, where his brother lives, and recently Obama said, you guys need to get on the boat here and get your economy moving and get like with everything that's going on in the USA and get your, you know, get things rolling, get the ball rolling to where you guys have some sort of an economy. And you have this and that, and you know, and you guys need to really get on board with gay marriage. Okay, over here, check this out. Over here, Obama didn't say anything. I heard him say it himself. He didn't say anything about gay marriage. He said, you know, that's a stateside thing. Each state, each region should go ahead and take care of that. That's not something that involves me. Well, why does it involve you in Kenya? No, that's something for all the people over here to see and love you for it because you said it elsewhere. And not only that, the people in Kenya came back and said, you know, no, dude, no. We're not going to do what you say we're going to do. We believe in what the Bible says, and we're not going to get on board with, we're not going to do what you think we should do. And we're not going to get involved in gay marriage. So you know what, and you know, I'll tell you what, the news media ain't saying a shit thing about that. It's kind of funny, though, I think.
Well, the thing is, I have, you know, either way, it's everybody's business what they want to fucking do in their lives, and it's their right to do whatever you can't say it's right for some people to do something and wrong for others. It's America. But the thing that I had a problem with was we had this thing with the fucking whistleblower, the Souden guy, you know, about he was the guy that told everybody about them spying on us through fucking through Facebook and on the internet and shit. And all of a sudden you pass the gay marriage, so we forget all about that shit. Nobody's talking about the government spying on us anymore. We're all talking about gay marriage now. You know, it's fucking funny.
Yeah.
It is absolutely fucking funny that you put something else up there to distract us from something else. You know, it's
perfect. Perfect timing, right?
It's not the first time that's happened with, you know, throwing up distraction. And like I said, this fucking, what we're doing here, we're not trying to make this political. Everybody has their own views. We're just giving our fucking view on it. So that's about it.
Yeah. I mean, I agree. That's about it. But it's like, you know what, man? People should really take that for what it is and do your own research, check it out.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what? Like you said and like I said, man, that's all we're going to fucking spend on it. But one topic I did want to mention, man, before we jump into 162, wherever we want to go. But, you know, forgive me if I'm saying his name wrong, but it's only going to take about a couple minutes to really mention this guy and get this guy on the map, because this guy is making some fucking fireworks right now. Smelino Rama. I believe he's fighting in MFC right now. Out of Canada. He's doing a lot of fighting in Canada right now. And his next fight will be... His most recent fight was with a guy that beat Tim Hague. You know, which, you know, everybody knows we can't do MMA math and come out winning, you know, because it just don't work. But if you want to give a little bit of faith in that and say, this guy beat this guy, this guy beat this guy. This guy came out, beat Tim Hague, and then Smelino Rama came out, beat this guy that beat Tim Hague in the first round.
Sounds like he's coming out of nowhere.
Yeah, and the guy's coming out of nowhere. He's 6-0. He's never had. He has three submission wins and 3 knockouts. So the guy will not let shit go to the judges. UFC is already loving this guy. I guarantee it. To me, the guy is UFC bound. He's 253 pounds. He's a heavyweight. He's 21 years old. 3 finishes by submission, 3 finishes by knockout. This guy is going to be UFC.
He's a finisher.
Bound. If this guy doesn't, if this guy keeps going on the same road he's going right now, he'll be in the UFC in the next year or 2 years. And I'm just letting people know we're breaking him right here. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm looking to put, you know, because if this guy goes 8-0 or 10-0, UFC will be all over his friggin' jock. We could be seeing a new prospect in the sport right now. I'm talking about, check him out. If you want to check him out, go to fightfinder.com. Some of you guys out there can be fucking ragging on this page, whatever, for showing whatever fighters are showing, you know, and they're not key one, number one for fucking everything, but
you got to respect them for that too, you know. They're fucking.
You type a name in, they got that guy listed. I mean, you know what I mean? Pretty much. You know, every fucking guy that is out there, they have them on their list. And this guy here, like I said, 21 years old. 21. Okay? That's serious. We're talking John Jones material. If this guy comes into UFC, this guy could be the next John Jones. Who knows?
Yeah, he's making a splash like John Jones did.
You know? He's 21 years old, 6-0. They're all finishes.
Whole future ahead of him.
There's no decision wins. It's all finishes. UFC, I guarantee you right now, UFC is already loving on this guy.
They're fucking salivating right now.
Yeah. Joe Silva is fucking salivating and loving all. Smelino Rama, R-A-M-A, Smelino Rama. Look this guy up. This guy, I think, is the next, you know, prospect. Whether he makes it to 10-0 or not, you know, he might go 6-4 in the next 4 or 5 fights. Who knows?
No, he goes 10-0, and then you're right. Fucking UFC's gonna be knocking on his fucking door. He's gonna sign a contract.
UFC's gonna be knocking on his balls.
Yeah, he's gonna be knocking on his balls, fucking tongue bathing him, and he's gonna be on to a couple fucking Facebook fights. Before you know it, he's gonna be on a fucking card.
You never know, dude. But you know what? We're talking about him here right now. It was a fighter that I stumbled across, and I was like, holy shit!
Ryan's calling him out right now.
Yeah. We're fucking calling him out, man. This fucking guy is making some waves right now, where he's at. So, we're calling it out right here, right now.
People. We've called out JDS. We've called out Ben Henderson.
Fucking right, brother. We did that since fucking 2009, man. We called out Van Henderson 2009. We called out JDS shortly after, man. So you can think we're a couple of fucking yahoos or whatever, but
there's no fucking talent when we see it.
Yeah, we do see some talent when we see it. So this guy could be the next thing, might not be. Who knows? But you know what? That's the topic for that.
You figure we can fucking figure something out after watching fucking MMA for over 20 years.
Yeah. Being that we've been watching it pretty much since like 94, 93, 94. You know what I mean? The UFC #1.
Yeah.
You know, in your dad's basement. Your dad was fucking all over that shit, man. Your fucking dad loved watching that shit.
My grandpa, Papa was over there watching it too. Shit. He was loving it.
That's right, man. That's right. So, yeah, dude. This could be the next big thing, man. Maybe not the next big thing, but this guy's going to make a good career for himself. He's already on a good roll, so we're talking about him here right now. But we're going to move on. And what do you think, buddy? 162. If I can get that over with, we can run over the
let's hit it.
Next couple subjects. We can get to them. But yeah, there's a couple of good news. We got about Gegard Mousasi and a couple of questionable matchups, man. We're going to hit 162 right now, man. I'm all over it.
And I think Barboza and Oliveira, I got fucking Barboza for sure on that one. Just because I really like Barboza. Edson or fucking what the hell is his name? Edson Barboza, yep.
Yeah. Taking on Oliveira. Oliveira. Well, what's his fucking first name? Damn it.
Is he the fucking brother of the other Oliveira that's fighting?
Oh, shit.
Or is that just a common fucking name?
No, Oliveira is fairly common, dude. It actually is.
Right.
But,
Rafaelio?
Yeah, Raphael.
Well, it has an O in it, so Rafaelio.
Oh, yeah, Rafalio. Something, man. Yeah, that's... Let me fucking get in the card here, man.
I gotta brush up on my Portuguese.
Yeah, dude. So do I, though. Shit, man. I mean, none of... Yeah, let me get down to the bottom of the card, man. Tim Kennedy, man, came out earlier this week and was like, man, fucking UFC ain't fucking paying shit. But it's like, dude, man, you know what? You might want to shut your mouth a little bit. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, man, Dana came back and said, you know, I'm thinking about taking away the... Tim Kennedy might actually set some good shit here because he's like, you know what? I'm thinking about taking away some of the bonuses and giving more of the prospects more money.
Well, yeah, you know, the fucking the math has been done about these guys that are in the lower tier thinking about maybe they should quit fucking fighting because they have to still pay bills. They have to pay, you know, go to training, probably pay their trainers, pay to go to the fucking gym, and they have to take care of their fucking families, all this other shit, and you're only getting paid twice a fucking year, maybe? That's if you don't get injured?
Yeah, it's a 10% or like 20% situation, too. If you get 50 grand for like some kind of a bonus or something like that,
but
your
like
fucking trainer's getting a lot of that shit, too. So, I mean, as far as I know, anyway, I mean...
Well, wasn't it Brown that said, fucking, you signed a fucking contract, you should, you know...
Yeah, I was going to bring that up, too.
You know,
Brown, if you're going to sign a contract, don't bitch about it afterwards.
Exactly.
Yeah. It's like, man, if you're going to sign the contract, then don't... What the fuck, man? You can't bitch about it afterwards, and that makes a lot of sense.
And another way to make more money is to fucking win more, you know, too, you know?
Yeah.
So stop being a bitch about it and fucking reel off about 4 good wins, and then you're at the top of the heap getting paid fucking good money. Instead at the bottom heap crying like a little baby.
Well, that's the thing, too, though. You got guys like that just get inside the UFC.
Yeah.
And they're just getting in there. It's like, okay, cool, I got to fight, you know. And if they lose, they're already on the fucking chopping block.
Yeah.
They're already, you know.
Yeah, you lose 3 right off the bat, you're fucking Audi 5000.
Yeah, sometimes 2, man. I mean, really. You know, Dave Herman is set to, I'm all about fucking heavyweight.
Get his ass beat, but...
What's that?
Oh, you said Dave Herman, and I said, yeah, he's about to get his ass beat.
Yeah, I mean, Dave Herman's set to take on Gabe Gonzaga. Gabe Gonzaga has everything to prove, dude, because he was on a 3-0 win streak until he fucking ran into Travis Brown. Travis Brown landed a bunch of illegal elbows in the back of his head. And I mean to say, illegal elbow.
He did illegal elbows, and you could look at it You could look at it fucking 15 different fucking ways with 15 different camera views, and it's all going to see the same thing.
Yeah.
He fucking won because the ref wasn't paying attention.
It was probably Gonzaga, dude.
And those big guys doing that, somebody could have got fucking hurt, man. Gabe could have got fucking hurt.
Yeah.
You know,
could have ended his career, man.
Exactly. And me and this coming up fight, if Gabe goes back to his bread and butter, which he tried and got caught illegally, he was trying for a takedown. If he just takes it to the ground and uses his fucking jiu-jitsu, dude, he's got this all the fucking way, man. Gabe's great on the fucking ground.
Yeah. Yep. I'm almost thinking Gabe Gonzaga, if he's able to pull a couple more wins off, I'm almost thinking like a Gabe Gonzaga versus Frank Mir. Might actually be a nice fight because these are a couple of good ground guys, even though they're heavyweights.
But, you know, it's like, how much more is fucking Mir going to be pooping around fucking waiting for something to happen, you know? It's like...
Well, true.
I don't know how many more fights Mir's getting. It's probably just me wanting him to go behind the mic because I really like him behind the mic, probably.
Well, maybe. Maybe. You know, and that's not a bad point either, man, because he's great behind the mic. But at the same time, it's like he did really good against Czech Congo, which Czech Congo decided not to, which we all know about Czech Congo recently. He was offered a new contract with UFC. He rejected it and said, you know what, I want to, which I think is fucking number one, fucking A, dude. You're nothing but a, you know, not ragging on the guy, but it's like, dude, you need to get the fuck out of here, man. You need to start.
He kind of did us fans a favor, you know?
Yeah, he needs to start fighting people that are in his realm. He needs to go somewhere else where he's a champion rather than a gatekeeper. Mm-hmm. Because I'll tell you what, if we saw Czech Congo versus Cole Conrad...
You might see Czech Congo versus Hulk Hogan.
But I mean, literally, if Cole Conrad stuck around, which there's no reason why he should, because he was fighting once, if not twice a year, because Bellator's fucking system is fucking jacked.
Yeah.
It's bullshit, man. Your champion's fighting once a year. It's not worth the money. Why don't I go somewhere else and fucking do something else? People, if you're a Bellator fan, that's the biggest problem, man. Bellator cannot, with their stupid fucking ridiculously lame tournament bullshit fighting system, you cannot have your champion fighting enough to where he's making enough money. He will be unhappy.
Yeah,
and
he's waiting around for a fucking full tournament to be over.
Yeah. Let's take a look at fucking, what's his name? Eddie Alvarez. Eddie Alvarez is like, fucking, I'm out of here, man. I cannot fucking fight enough. You guys don't pay enough. So he gets a offer from UFC. UFC gives him an offer. Bellator is got the right to make a counteroffer. Their counteroffer is bullshit. Mm-hmm. Not even close, you know, from what I hear anyway. You know, all the hearsay that we get, how the fuck do we know if it's right? But we can only go by hearsay. So we hear that his fucking, you know, Bellator's offer coming back over the UFC offer isn't even fucking close, but they're still going to court over it. It's a bunch of bullshit, man. It's so much bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
It just fucking sucks. But it no wonder Cole Conrad retired, because it's bullshit, dude. Why would you want to fucking fight once a year when you can't make any money doing it in Bellator? Bellator has already, whatever. What's that guy's name? The guy cut his wife cut his dick off. Bobbitt. Yeah. Fucking Bellator's already bobbited himself. They cut their main shit right off. They cut their dick right off.
Well, you know, the fucking tournament was a good idea, like the first fucking year, but it played itself out, and like you said, you can pay your champion, you know, a stipe or whatever, a payment, you know, through the year, but he's not going to become a better fighter by fighting one time a year either.
Right.
And as being the best, you want to fucking test yourself.
If he loses, what does he get? He gets, maybe an extra 2 fights coming back up? But, I mean, what is that going to really do? I mean,
Yeah, the fucking tournament shit is just fucking lame-o, man.
It's fucking done, man. It's done.
You have a
Bellator
fucking tournament when there's a belt in question, usually. When there's somebody injured, there's an interim belt in limbo. You can do a Strike Force thing and say, hey, we're going to have a fucking... Even Strike Force's shit was bogus. Really.
Strike Force,
they had the Grand
Challengers
Prix,
cards?
Grand Prix champion or whatever. What the fuck does that do for you?
That didn't do anything, man. Really, but it was interesting from the start. It was interesting from the start. People loved it because it was similar to Pride. Mm-hmm. I think that's what people really liked. But when you got the end result, who gives a fuck, man? What did it prove? Didn't prove anything, man. I mean, really, because you had a lopsided card from the get-go. We talked about that too, man. 2009, whatever, 2010, whatever it was. We talked about that too. It's a huge, mainly, unbelievably lopsided fucking card. What is this about? What the fuck is Scott Coker talking about? So
I don't know, but we're coming up upon the break time here, and if you want to come back, we can do the second half of this fight card.
Yeah, that's cool, man. That's cool, man. We break out into so many different subjects, man. But yeah, for sure. It's just how we do it, I guess, man. There's no way of getting around it. I guess if we gotta do a two-parter, maybe we can do it. But if we can pull it off, fuck it, we'll get it done in one card. So, but we'll be back. We'll be back shortly, people. We'll see you.
All right, people. We're taking a quick break here, man. We'll be right back. But meantime, I want to give you a little history. Dan and myself, way back in the day, we've always gotten into a lot of boxing matches. Heavyweight boxing, stuff like that. Evander Holyfield, Mike Tyson. Those kind of fights. We always look forward to big guys, big heavyweight guys going at it. Thus, why my homepage, LegalLevelRadio.com, is kind of, I call it the home for heavyweights. So, but 93, 94, Dan and I really started getting into UFC. Man, we saw some of the first tournaments and stuff like that way back when, and we were hooked. Dead to rights, man. So we started really getting into it, and started doing the show about 3.5-4 years ago. Here we are, 2013, kicking ass, still doing it. So, but we will be back shortly, man. So hang out and pull up a chair, grab a cigarette, grab whatever you're drinking, man. And here's a toast. We shall be back in just a minute.
All right, man. There's one more thing I want to say on the Bellator thing before we exit out and get rid of that and move on. One quick thing is I want to say is every time I tune into a Bellator card, because of this whole tournament thing, all I see is a whole shitload of newbies. Mm-hmm. And I'll tell you what, man, every time I tune in and I see that, which is every single time, I'm sick and tired of it, guys.
Yeah.
You know what, guys? If you guys want to be Bellator fans, man, that's great, and that's cool. Whenever they have cool fights coming up, that's kick-ass.
Yeah, there is some good fights, but they're few and far between.
Very few and far between. And, I'll tell you what, when I see newbie after week after week after week after week, especially at the point of a new tournament point, whatever, the brand new tournament is coming up for lightweight or light heavyweight, whatever, and we got a whole shitload of newbies, I don't want to fucking see it, man. I'm turning this shit off because it's like, dude, okay, you guys, Dana said it himself, and I'm not a fucking Dana nut hugger. Bellator will never be as good as us. And I'm telling you right now, it's spot on, guys. Fucking get a clue, man, seriously, because you guys will never be as good as UFC because you guys have pigeonholed yourself into a tournament bracket that you're not only picking from all the lowest of the lows, but all your top guys are fucking fighting once a year. Your Ben Askrens, your Alvarez's. These guys are all fighting once a year. You guys are fucking done, man. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, man, I'd love to see some good fights come out of it, but I just don't see it. Whatever.
Before we move on, I'd like to give a shout out to Greg Hein, Hein. Go check out his Facebook page. He shared our photo for our show, and we promised if you share our stuff, we're going to give a shout out to your Facebook page. So go check out Greg Hein. We got Katrina Anu, Joe Chan, and Melissa Hunt. Thank you, guys.
Badass, man. You know what, dude? Just for shit's sake, man, go ahead and throw that out there again, man. Greg Hines.
Yeah, Greg Hein. It's Greg, and his last name is Hein. Go check out his Facebook. He likes MMA. He's got some stuff to comment on. We got Katrina Anu, Aune. We have Joe Chan, and we have Melissa Hunt. Once again, thanks for listening, guys. Thanks for spreading the word.
Awesome, man. Every one of you guys, man, I appreciate it big time, man. We both do. We appreciate it. So we're gonna move on to 162, man, and we're gonna get this shit started, man, big time.
Oh yeah.
So it's been far too long, but from the bottom up, obviously we don't want to spend every single minute on every fight that we have going on. We already talked about Dave Herman taking on Gabriel Gonzaga.
Mm-hmm.
We both, I don't know. I'm just guessing for you. I could be wrong, but I got this for Gabe Gonzaga, man. I think
so do I.
If Gonzaga comes in here serious, he's going to get the win because Dave Herman. I don't think Dave Herman. I think if Dave Herman's head was on fucking straight, he'd come in here and probably box Gonzaga's ears in. But you know what? Dave Herman, I don't think has taken the fight game seriously in the last 5-6 fights, which.
He's got all the tools, too, man. He's got size, all that. It's just, we're always dumbfounded when he fucking goes in and shits the bed.
Yeah, dude, he's done. I just don't get it, man. What are you doing, man? He came in with Olive Einemo a couple of years ago, and got rocked a couple of times.
Fucking Einema gave him an enema.
Yeah. But he laughed at him and then knocked the guy out. I was like, dude, this guy is a fucking monster. Yeah, Einemo was fucking bringing, what do you call it, man? Hellfire and brimstone at Dave Herman. Dave Herman laughs at him and then knocks him out. I thought, this fucking guy is a badass if he fucking applies himself. And here he is. He's, as far as I'm concerned, next to getting cut from UFC if he doesn't quit fucking around. He was his last fight, I believe, was a knockout loss to.
Yeah, he's fucking done. This is pink slip time for maybe either one of these guys.
His last fight was a knockout loss to Roy Nelson. Roy Nelson just got beat up for 3 rounds. You know what I mean? So, Dave Herman, man, I hope you're coming and bringing it with something serious, dude.
Because both these guys, it's either fucking pink slip or Facebook fights. So.
Yeah, or worse. Shit, man, or fucking cutsies. I
hope,
man.
Pink slip.
I mean, they're already on a Facebook card right now, but...
no, I thought it said FX, so...
Oh, no, yeah, they're Facebook preliminary cards, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Dave Herman, fucking Gabriel Gonzaga. But, besides that, shit. What's that?
Can we skip up to Lieben?
Yeah, let's go for it, man.
Due to time constraints,
Chris Lieben, man, taking on Andrew Craig. I'm pretty impressed with Andrew Craig, man. I mean, if we don't see a really impressive Chris Lieben, Andrew Craig, I think, has got a really good shot at this fight, dude. We're talking half the experience, less.
Well, apparently Lieben has fucking rededicated himself to the sport. He's cut out all the fucking partying. His work ethic is better, but what I want to know is if fucking Craig doesn't, if they don't knock each other out, is he going to be able to go the distance? Because we've seen it, a couple people on your Illegal Elbow on Facebook made a good point, and he goes into like a robot mode, where it's like he's gassed out, he doesn't want to play defense, so he says, hit me in the fucking face because I'm a fucking badass.
You talking about Lieben?
It's not going to win you any fucking fights,
Are you talking about Lieben or are you talking about
Craig? I'll talk about Lieben.
Okay, yeah.
He goes into the fucking, like they said, a robot mode. when it's not a robot mode, it's a fucking tired ass fucking Lieben mode.
Right, which I think we've seen a little bit too much of that. It's like, dude, okay, you're hit me in the chin and then I laugh at you. That shit's over with, dude. Mm-hmm. You're gonna get your damn chin checked. You're gonna knock the fuck out, dude.
Just shortening your career every time it happens.
Right. It's like that shit can only last so long. You can only make fun of the other fighter punching you in the face for so long. You know, Roy Nelson's done it a few times, not necessarily making fun of people, but I mean, you know, Roy Nelson has got a fucking amazing chin, but it's like it's only gonna last for so long. Somebody somewhere is gonna catch him and wreck his fucking shit. And it's Chris Lieben. I think it's already happened. I think it's just a matter of who's gonna without sounding really nasty about it, who's gonna Liddell him. You know, and just shut off notice. Mm-hmm. You know, who's going to Liddell him? Who's going to, you know, I mean, there's a couple other fighters we could talk about that have been in that game, you know. And I mean, I'm a fan of Chuck Liddell, don't get me wrong, but we all saw it, man. We all saw it when it came and went, you know what I mean? So, Chris Lieben better be on his A game. And I'm talking everywhere, man. Ground, everywhere. Don't think you can come in here and just knock everybody out because...
But he's going to have to show up like he showed up for when he beat the fucking axe murderer, so...
Yeah.
He's going to have to do that kind of performance.
I'll tell you what, though...
turn their fucking heads.
I'll tell you what, Andrew Craig looked pretty fucking mean and pretty nasty in his last fight, dude. So this is actually a pretty cool matchup because this is Chris Lieben coming back. And Andrew Craig, I believe he is coming off a loss, but it was a very close loss. So I think this is actually a pretty sweet matchup, and I wouldn't be surprised if Andrew Craig got a nice piece of Chris Lieben. I'll be honest with you. But
okay, let's skip ahead here to Mark Munoz and Tim Boetsch.
Dude, Tim Boetsch, I've been a fan of for the last few years, but to me, it's like, you know what, Tim Boetsch, I don't think he's going to beat Mark Munoz. Mark Munoz was the guy that lost to Chris Weidman. And Chris Weidman got the title shot off of his win off Mark Munoz. I think Mark Munoz, which he also went into depression for like 6 months, but also lost like 93 pounds. I don't know the exact figures, but he lost 93 pounds in like 5 months, getting back into shape to come in here and carve a new spot in the middleweight division. Do I think he's going to go up there and get it? Who knows, man? Who knows? But I mean, I don't think Tim Boetsch is going to be the guy to stop Mark Munoz. Yeah. But you know what, man? Who knows? I mean, it's a great matchup, dude. It's a kick-ass matchup because you really cannot tell who's going to win, who's going to beat who. I mean, you really cannot tell because both of these guys have some pretty sweet wins under their record. Both are good at coming back. Tim Boetsch probably a little bit better, in my opinion. Mm-hmm. Mark Munoz, great record, man. I mean, he was ready to be title shot ready, but Chris Weidman came in, totally stopped him.
Yep. But the thing with them both is they go the distance. This has going the distance written all over it. And if it's going the distance, I'm going with Mark Munoz.
Yeah.
I think Mark Munoz and Tim Boetsch is not a fucking Weidman, so it's I got Munoz because he's reevaluated his situation. He's on the way back up.
You know what? I think if anybody's going to do any kind of finishing, it's going to be Tim Boetsch in the late third. Because we've seen him do it before a couple of times. Mm-hmm. He did it with Akiyama, and he did it with I think maybe the guy after Akiyama, or maybe before the Akiyama. I could be totally wrong, but Tim Boetsch is known for just coming back. And okay, this is round 3. I got to do something. It's now or never. But Mark Munoz might be the guy to stop that.
And we've seen Mark Munoz against Weidman, and it was a battle. And they went to the fucking distance, and there was speculation that people were thinking that fucking Mark Munoz should have won that fight.
No, actually, Weidman knocked him out.
Oh, did he? Oh, I'm thinking of somebody else. Then I'm thinking of God. Who the fuck am I thinking of?
Yeah, I'm not sure, man. It might have been
I wish fucking Statmaster was here.
Yeah, no doubt, dude. Which, mind you guys, man, I want to let everybody know, man, Justin had to work tonight, so... But yeah, if you check out records, dude, that'll probably sum that up, man. Mark Munoz has had those kind of fights, to where he's had really close fights and won some,
I'm thinking of probably Damian Maia fight.
Dude, exactly. I think you're exactly right on that, dude. Because that was actually a badass fight. Because Damian Maia was kicking the fucking shit out of him, dude. Big time. And Damian Maia has come back and looked really, really good after that fight, too.
Wasn't it in fucking, if it wasn't his hometown, I'm not sure.
Personally, I think Damian Maia still looks good, dude. I think Damian Maia still looks good. I'd like to see maybe a Mark Munoz, Damian Maia, too, dude. Because if Mark Munoz is going to make a return and he beats Tim Boetsch, he doesn't get a title shot off, and he's got to fight. He's got to fight somebody else. Yeah. Because that's horse's ass. I don't think you come off of a, you know. I don't know. Do you get one win? Do you get one win back after a loss of a possible title shot, and then get a title shot? I don't know, man. We've seen it happen a ton of times, but that's a good subject, man. Really. But I think it's a great matchup, dude. Totally. You know, Tim Boetsch has got a few more wins and a few more losses. So, I mean, it's just a very little difference in terms of records. So.
Okay, people, if you want to come back and join us for the final 3 rundown, we're going to go a little over. We're going to do the Kennedy Hoger, we're going to do the Edgar Oliveira, and we're going to do the main event, Sylvia Weidman.
We're going to do that shit up, man. We're ending this show out a little bit early. We got about 41 minutes, but that's fine, man. It don't matter. Yeah, we'll be right back.
Well, you want to do another 15-minute segment, G?
Yeah, we can take a break, man, and come back. Shit, we're up 42 minutes right now, so yeah, let's take a break and then just people stay here. We'll be right back, man. We'll be right back.
Hell yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Illegal Elbow Radio. I want to thank you big time for joining us. Got a great show for you tonight. Brian, Dan, and Justin, your hosts, will be with you shortly. In the meantime, I want you to check out LegalElbowRadio.com, LegalElbow.com. Check out Dan and MMA Aftermath on Facebook. My man Jay Brew, a.k.a. Statistician, the Rolodex, Pimp,